At the 2024 Pokemon World Championship, I competed against my friend Kera in a Rainbow Binder Challenge. The goal? To fill 7 pages, one for each color of the rainbow, and we only had 24 hours to do it. So hey, watch me, your shy little guy, Fawn, as I fill my binder. I want to give a huge thank you to Pokemon Company International for inviting me to the 2024 World Championships in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I want to say, if you haven't already, go check out Anna's earlier video about the Genki LOI project. It was an amazing environmental project we got to take part in as part of Pokemon World Championship 2024, and it really meant a lot to both of us. So it was Anna who suggested we do a Rainbow Binder Challenge.
You know why we're doing rainbows? Because this is the Rainbow State. Hawaii is the Rainbow State. But 2, we're gay as so rainbows, get with it.
We decided on the rules together though. So here's what we decided on. 1, make a page of 9 cards, one for each color of the rainbow. So that's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it should be blue, indigo, and purple. This is the Pokemon rainbow, okay? So calm down, you physics nerds. Number 2, the color has to come from the Pokemon itself, not the art around the Pokemon or the energy type of the Pokemon. Number 3, the Pokemon must be at least 50% that color. Number 4, we had 24 hours to buy sealed products, buy singles, even trade for the cards we wanted. We just couldn't bring in earlier purchases or things we already had. It was 24 hours. That's the cutoff. Rule number 5 was no decorating the binders so that they were completely the same and you could not tell them apart no matter who judged them. It would be anonymous. Number 6, we are starting by opening up cards together. So that we had kind of pre-purchased, but it was to start the challenge. That was 50 cards. That could be 5 10 card packs or 10 5 card packs. It didn't matter. Whatever combination of things we wanted, so that it was 50 cards to start the challenge together.
Okay, let's get started.
We opened our first packs together, and I opened Obsidian Flame, Twilight Masquerade, Scarlet and Violet base set, a Steam Siege pack from the XY era, and 2 Japanese Stellar Miracle packs. There were so many fun events to take part in, but Anna and I also researched how we could be responsible and respectful guests in Hawaii, which is such an environmentally and socially sensitive area. I mostly read about Hawaii's history as a kingdom, and since Hawaii being an American state is relatively new, I, a Canadian, missed out on the context that Hawaii is the Rainbow State. When I realized that, it added a whole nother level of meaning to the challenge. And then, oh my god, it's a name for us. Who knew that was going to be there?
I had no idea.
Shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
I'm sorry.
I say shucks. An article I read from the University of Hawaii explained that rainbows are commonplace in Hawaii due to the natural environment, but they're also important to Hawaii's culture. A quote from that article explained, Hawaii's mountains and trade winds also play a factor in forming rain showers that are essential for rainbows. Due to the remoteness of Hawaii's islands, the air is exceptionally clean and free of pollen, continental dust, and pollution. Clean air ensures the appearance of bright rainbows with a full spectrum of color. This natural phenomenon even has special meaning in Hawaiian culture, as it is often seen as a symbol of transformation and a pathway between earth and heaven, which is a common idea in many cultures. My plan, my hope, not gonna lie, I actually admitted this to Anna already because it failed, it backfired. But the reason I went out of my way to get that XY pack was because if you go back past Sword and Shield, if you go past Scarlet Violet into the Sun Moon, into the XY era, there were fairy type cards, and the fairy type cards are very pink. And I was really hoping to work on my pink section by going backwards in time to find some fairy cards. Unfortunately, there were no fairy cards in that pack, so it didn't work out, but it was still cool to open that very old pack, and I still got some things I liked in there, like there was a little Drift Bloom who's really, really cute, so that goes in the purple section. Now it's off to trade and buy.
listen, we gotta go get some cards. Let's go.
Yeah. As soon as we had recorded our intro and the challenge was officially started, there was another creator media person in the media room who was like, hey, you want to trade? And we were like, well, technically our challenge has started. So any cards we did at that challenge point, like at that point, would count towards the challenge. So I traded a Blastoise and I got 3 cards, and all 3 of those cards are going into my binder challenge because they're all like full art, really nice cards. There was a Psyduck from 151 running that up the stairs. There was a tag team. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I've always wanted a tag team card, and this is going to be my first like really nice tag team card. And it's a Psyduck and a Slowpoke, and I love them, so I could have done that one in either pink or yellow. But I think yellow is going to be really, from like my first look, I think yellow is going to be really easy to get because all the electricity Pokemon are yellow. So I think that will be a really easy one to do. So I put it in pink for the Slowpoke. So the Slowpoke and the Psyduck tag team card go in pink. And then I have a full art Mew also from EX, which I also need for my 151. So bonus for me. Got 2 cards I needed for my 151 and 3 really great cards for the binder challenge.
There was a lot of different things I was thinking about when I selected cards. Obviously, any cute Pokemon or cool art that catches the eye is a must. This was also a rare opportunity for me to buy or trade for singles from a lot of different people I wouldn't normally have access to, and I was still working on my 151 collection at the time, so any cards that I still needed in my 151 collection and also fit the color scheme of the challenge, those things automatically went right to the top of cards I was going to try and pick up. We also had some very kind and cool Pokemon creators offer to be our judges. So with that in mind, I might have been picking up any cool Psyducks I saw, for Real Breaking Nate, evolutions for basically Marie, and any Growliths I saw might just be there for Super Duper Danny. Now, is this cheating? I don't think so. Why not be prepared for any and all possibilities? And also, it didn't work out, which you will see if you stick around to the end of the video. Also, I suspected Enna was doing the same thing.
So we've got some start. I've literally no blues yet, so that's going to be a thing. I think something I'm hoping to do is make the center card of each color like a full art card. So I already have a full art for yellow, which is the Psyduck. I have a full art for the pink, which is actually at the Mew and the Psyduck tag team. I think what else? But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to have the center card be like a nice full art, really bright of that card, and then the ones around it can be still like cool cards, but maybe like that full art.
Now I know I said the color around the Pokemon didn't matter, but sometimes that color just looks good. Like the 151 Mew, where it's in a really nice pink background, that just pops. So if I put that in the center of my pink page, you know, style-wise, that's just aesthetically pleasing and not cheating, still within the rules. I was also keeping an eye out for the illustration rare Ivysaur and special illustration rare Venusaur from 151, because I had the Bulbasaur already, but I needed to complete my plant baby line. But did anyone here have my babies? Hey sir, do you have my boys?
We're going to try and see what we can trade for. We're going to see what we can get that's not too expensive, but it's cool and nice and fun. And it's a cool thing about Pokemon cards, there's lots of stuff. So next we're going to head over to that card show and see if we can get there. So I'll see you back over there.
I managed to find not one, but 2 cute Psyducks. One from 151 I already needed, where Psyduck is running down the steps of the shrine. Double points to me for working on completing my collection. And a tag team Psyduck, where Psyduck is with Slowpoke. 2 cuties for the price of 1. Also, wonderfully sneaky, as it meant I could fit another Psyduck into my collection under the pink section for Slowpoke. When I'm organizing my cards the next morning, you can see that I'm still missing a bunch. I came to a point where I finally realized, even if I had a goal of getting as many full art or illustration or special illustration cards, I did need to put some regular cards in to at least fill up the spots so I didn't have just empty spots. And then afterwards, if I got something better, I could replace it. But at the very least, I wouldn't have a half-empty page. Evolutions were really cool, and I noticed early on that I could find some pretty cool art cards for all of them. And you know, they encompass a lot of different colors, so if I put them in a similarly noticeable spot as you flip through the page, you would always see a different evolution of a different color on a different page. And so I tried to make a running theme of that. I thought it just looked really cool. Once again, aesthetics. The exception I made to full art cards was getting vintage cards. I love vintage cards. Fun fact, full art cards did not exist until 2011 in the black and white era, so there are no full art cards before that. There are still plenty of very cool and interesting vintage cards, like e-readers or expedition series, where the cards have a really unique border, and some of them even look kind of like they're a Pokedex entry. I love stuff like that. I was keeping an eye out for those. I also might have snuck in a first edition or two, because that's always kind of like a little extra bonus. And then suddenly, it was the last day of Worlds, and we hadn't nailed down a time for one of the judges who offered to meet us. So then we had no judge. But based on what you've seen so far, what do you think of my binder? What would you be looking for in a binder? Would you want to see your favorite Pokemon? Would you want to see more full art cards, modern cards, vintage? What do you want to see in a binder challenge? Some of the cards that mean the most to me to this day are the ones I traded with the other content creators I got to meet and spend time with. I feel like it sounds cliche, but it really was such a special and unique experience, and I really, really valued it. And it meant so much to me to get to spend time with other people who were just as excited about Pokemon as me. And it was honestly the first time I had traded Pokemon cards since I was a little kid. Nostalgia! If any of this sounded like fun to you, I highly recommend checking out your local Pokemon events, because this year I got to go to the regionals in Toronto, my city. I got to take friends and family with me, and it was such an incredible experience to experience an official Pokemon event near you. So go check them out. Go online, check out the Pokemon website, find what events are happening near you, and enjoy. And then let me know about it. Comment down below. If you're interested in seeing more Pokemon content, please do like and subscribe. Comment down below, what was your favorite card from the binder? What's your favorite card in your collection? And what would you like to see more of? You can find me over on twitch.tv/FaunAndGames, where I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm also over on Blue Sky. So hopefully I'll see you around. Bye! Wait. First edition. No, that sounds like I'm lying.